G'day C3 parents, I'm your coach Karien Pitout, and today we are going to talk about introverts, extroverts, and why it is so important in our parenting journey. Let's roll the intro. Welcome back. I'm super excited to talk about this topic. Introverts, extroverts, it matters, especially when we're raising our kids, because introversion and extroversion is about energy spend or emotional energy spend and emotional energy recharge or getting it back. We live in a world geared for extroverts. If you just go look at all the interactions, yes, fair enough, thanks to COVID, a couple of things have become actually better aligned for our introverts, where when they're exhausted, emotionally tapped out, and they don't really have the energy, they can actually shop online. But in general, our world that we function in is extrovert geared. We need to take that into account. Introverts wants to be around people. They keep on spending that energy. So by the time at the end of the day, they're all tapped out. They don't want to talk. They will give you short answers, the humph or the or the okay answers. They will give you stop answers. They don't want to engage in conversation because they are exhausted. Their social calendar also seems limited because they plan according to their energy levels. And that is why we often see the meme going around like, I'm so happy my plans got cancelled. For our introverts, this is a very real reality. Extroverts, on the other hand, oh man, we need people. It's we get our energy from people, we recharge, we spend time with people, and it's so much fun because we get to do stuff and go places and just be wherever we want to be, and it's just people, and we get energy. And when we're on our own, that is when we start spending our energy. That is when we start like getting drained from energy. So we live in a world geared for extroverts. So extrovert can literally step out at their front door and find a space. And that is also one of the reasons extroverts at times, especially when they move into a new environment and they do find a struggle to make friends, that depression comes knocking on the door so much easier for them because they feel isolated, because they cannot connect with people and they cannot recharge, and doing shopping can only recharge you so much. When we look at our kids, if I go and look at introverts and extroverts, we need to understand that when we're dealing with our kids. So how does this help us as parents? If I'm an extrovert parent and I've been at home the whole day, obviously when my child is on their way back from school, when I have to go pick them up from school, my brain and my energy levels go like, yes, another person, and I want to recharge. So what I do, I bounce my kid and like, hey, how was your day? And tell me, I want more. And in reality, my child might be an introvert and they're exhausted of interaction with people, and they're like, oh my word, I don't want to do this. I cannot speak to someone right now. You're asking me to think right now, and I barely have the capacity to eat my lunch or to do something or just to like unpack my school bag. It is too much. If it's the extrovert child, extrovert parent, like, hey, you, these people, and the extrovert child's like, oh, I've got so much energy, I need to tell you everything, and the horses and the crayons and the, and the kids are super excited, and they just push energy in your direction, and you take it and you push it back, and it's like this whole tennis of energy flowing between you and your child, and the introvert looks at you like, I am so exhausted right now. But we need to know where our children's energy spend and energy regain comes from. And that is why it's so interesting to know your kids and know your life partners and even your friends, whether they're introvert or extrovert. Because if I've got an introvert friend, I love them to bits and I would love to see them every single day, but I'll rather make sure that I see them maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on their emotional spend abilities. How much energy do they have to spend? If you're the introvert parent and you've got the extrovert child, obviously when they get in the car, they're like, bleh, everything onto you because they're super excited. They're like completely wired. they've got a lot of energy to push in your direction. And if you were at the office, it's really difficult. But if you were home alone the whole time, you can absorb all that energy that gets pushed from you, and you can push out your energy, and it's fine. The interesting thing is though, even though your kid is pushing energy towards you, you're not really going to absorb it because you're an introvert, so it's not really going to work. However, a lot of times we find that you'll get a nice mix of the bunch within a family. Not all family members of one specific family will be extroverted, even if both parents are extroverts. Take into account your child's needs. Take into account how your child interacts when they come from school, when they come from a play date, when they have spent time around people. Are they exhausted, flop down on the couch, maybe hide behind a book, go to their room and just lie on their bed, or just quietly go off and play with their toys and kind of avoiding social engagement? I can guarantee you right there, your child's an introvert. So we need to teach our children who are introverts how to navigate a world full of extroverts, and we need to teach our extrovert children how to navigate a world that leaves space for introverts. So this video is specifically aimed at us as extroverts because, let's be honest, the world's geared for us, so we are the ones responsible creating space for the introverts. So for the introvert child, when they come back from school, you leave them, you don't bug them, you say, hey, how are you? Did you have a good day at school? Yes, no, great. When you're ready to talk about your day at school, I'll be here and I'll listen. But I'm an extrovert parent, I need the energy. Phone a friend. Or before you arrive, like before you pick up the kids, arrive 10 minutes early, because I can guarantee you between 15 to 10 minutes before the school gates open up, most of the parents there's definitely extroverted parents there that needs company and seeks company and kind of needs that energy, so go chat with them or phone a friend. Say, hey, listen, I need to go pick up my kid, but I'm kind of emotionally exhausted and I don't want to drain my kid. Are you available? Can I quickly chat? Whatever the arrangement is, do that. Get your energy before your kid, because you can't make your kid responsible to fill up your energy levels. When your child then potters about, your introvert child potters about, give them space, let them know the door's open, that you are there when they're ready to talk. And here's the caveat though, they kind of usually choose bedtime. They kind of usually choose bedtime to do a DMC, and that's fine. Let them talk to you, let them share with you when they're ready, when they actually have the energy. Because what happens is, extroverts in general verbally processes everything. We kind of have our own meetings with ourselves, very loud and clear, and then we just talk with everybody and we process the day, and we discover, we use the world as our sounding board. Introverts use their own inside world as their sounding board before they start sharing. And if they feel safe, that they don't have to spend energy that they don't have, by the time that they have energy to spend, they have processed a lot, and they actually then are capable of using you as a parent as a sounding board and sharing with you their day. Trust me, the extrovert kid will blah everything out on you anyway, so you don't have to really worry. But what if you're an introvert parent and you've got an extrovert child? 10-15 minutes while you're watching all the extrovert parents like gathering around the gates, chatting and filling up their tanks, you get to sit in the car and just have some quiet. Recharge, so that when your extrovert kid jumps in the car, they can go blah, 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 and you are like, oh, it's so good to hear about your day. And then when you get home, you can even say to your kid, listen here, for the next half an hour, I'm just quickly going to make sandwiches or whatever I'm going to do, and then after that, we can chat. And then you recharge again. So you can actually, as a parent, learn how to take breaks. We need to teach our introvert children also to be comfortable for asking breaks and saying, I would love to hear what you have to share. I am just not there yet. I just need to recharge. Or I would love to share with you, but I'm not ready. I need to process. And teach them those words. Teach them to ask for space. Extroverts, keep an eye out. If you see you are in a relationship with an introvert, if you see your child's an introvert, give them space to process. It's your responsibility. It is extroverts' responsibility to take care of the introverts and creating space for them to recharge. That's where I'm going to end the video. Guys, hit the like button, do all the YouTubey things, subscribe, comment down below if you've learned anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.